Just a quick one, guys. Dan sends his apologies that he hasn't been able to do the narration of the videos. This is due to his laptop breaking and not being able to replace it, as he is currently abroad. As of Thursday, things will be back to normal, but until then I'll be providing you with all your Liverpool news. Let's get into it. We are now in the final stretch of the international break, with Liverpool set to return again on Saturday in a mammoth clash against Manchester City. Ahead of the clash and in today's video, we will discuss which Liverpool forward is the hardest opponent for one Manchester City defender. Not only that, we'll take a look at why FSG are being accused of exploiting fans after a £96 million U-turn. There is so much to cover in today's video. And hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Before we get into today's video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more Liverpool content. Steven Gerrard and Jude Bellingham's exchange after England's win over Ukraine on Sunday has sent Liverpool fans into a flutter, almost as much as the two midfielders who wooed each other. The former Liverpool captain told Bellingham he is a lot further ahead than he was at the same stage in his career as the pair complimented one another at Wembley. It was an interview which delighted Liverpool fans, who remain hopeful that Bellingham will make the switch to Anfield this summer for what could undoubtedly be a club world record fee. Various reports over the last few months have indicated that Bellingham would be interested in a move to Merseyside, and his latest interview will do little to nullify those rumours. The 19-year-old was asked about the extent to which Gerard was a role model growing up, prompting a series of flattering comments from both sides. "You've stitched me there, haven't you? You stitched me there," joked Bellingham when asked by Channel 4 about role models in Gerard's presence. The things that Stevie could do in terms of the teams he played in, the way he could carry a team, the way he could single-handedly win a game, he could do everything as a midfielder. "I've definitely said it multiple times, I've looked up to you, so it's a pleasure to be stood here." Gerard returned the tributes and gave subtle words of advice to the Borussia Dortmund midfielder. "Listen, let me tell you right now, you're a lot further ahead than I was at your age, so you're going in the right direction," Gerard praised. "He's got a better body than I had at 19. No, seriously, I probably never had that power and strength until probably 22 or 23, so he's definitely more physically developed than me. Don't get me wrong, I got to where I wanted to get to, and he'll naturally get to where he wants to get to if he keeps going and doing what he's doing. But he's in a fantastic place, and everything else around him, he just needs to park it up and keep playing well, and everything else will take care of itself." There is a visible amount of reciprocated admiration from both men, and Liverpool fans will take encouragement from such a public display of respect for a club legend. It comes just days after Bellingham was pictured attending a concert with Trent Alexander-Arnold, a full and further excuse for excitement among supporters. The transfer links will continue to rumble on into the summer, but it was an uplifting clip which will provide hope for anybody associated with Liverpool. Nathan Ake has described the departing Roberto Firmino as one of his toughest opponents and declaring that the Brazilian could do everything. The Man City defender singled out Firmino as one of the most difficult players he has ever defended against when asked about his strongest opponents. The Dutch international joined Manchester City in 2021 in a £41 million move from Bournemouth and has faced a number of world's top strikers during his time in the Premier League. In a recent interview, the 28-year-old revealed that Firmino was a standout name, having played against the Brazilian 11 different times and winning just twice. Although in those contests, the pair both have 2 goals to their names, with Ake scoring for Bournemouth in his only 2 wins while Firmino has been on the pitch for the Reds. He said, "Firmino was always a tough one because he could do everything. Cuts in, drops deep, very good with the ball." It is high praise for Firmino, who has seen his involvement in Liverpool forward line significantly reduced since the arrivals of Diogo Jota, Darwin Núñez, Luis Diaz and Cody Gakpo. The 31-year-old is set to leave Anfield on a free transfer this summer after 8 seasons with the club, with Jurgen Klopp confirming it was not an easy decision for him. Ake also named Arsenal's Bukayo Saka alongside Mohamed Salah as the trickiest wingers he has come up against since playing an increasing number of minutes at fullback for Manchester City. Ake added, "Lately as I've been playing at left back, players like Saka and Salah are very difficult as well." It perhaps shouldn't come as a surprise that 2 of the 3 players Ake selected are Liverpool forwards, particularly given that the Reds have provided Manchester City with their sterniest challenges in a highly decorated Pep Guardiola era. Firmino combined with Salah and Sadio Mane to form a devastating front 3 which dismantled Guardiola's side on multiple occasions, including an emphatic 3-0 win in the first leg of the 2017-18 Champions League quarter-final at Anfield. Liverpool are the only other side to have picked up the Premier League title since 2016-17, falling just a point short of Manchester City on 2 other occasions. With 4 starts in the last 5 league games, Ake will be expected to line up against Salah once more, and perhaps even Firmino on Saturday. Let's hope the Brazilian leaves one last reminder of why he is so difficult to play against. FSG are exploiting the loyalty of Liverpool fans after making a U-turn on ticket distribution in the Anfield Stadium expansion. That is the view of finance expert Kieran Maguire, who spoke exclusively to Football Insider recently and spoke about the details behind Liverpool's 7,000-seat stadium expansion. Anfield is set to expand its capacity to 61,000 for the start of the 2023-24 season, placing it as the fourth largest venue in the Premier League. As revealed, the stadium expansion is set to earn Liverpool an extra £10 million in matchday revenue per season, meaning that they could earn as much as £96 million throughout the campaign. However, while the initial plans were to add 5,200 general admission tickets and 1,800 hospitality seats, Liverpool owners Fenway Sports Group have gone back on their statement. They now plan to add 4,800 general tickets and as many as 2,000 hospitality seats. Maguire labelled the U-turn disappointing and believes FSG are squeezing as much money as possible from the club's fan base in order to get the best return on their investment. He said, Liverpool owners FSG have been focusing on their return on their investment and the quickest time they can get their money back on the stadium investment. Unsurprisingly, they are trying to maximise the money gained from the commercial and hospitality sector, which means that proper Liverpool fans have been pushed to the back of the queue. Only 4,700 additional tickets sold is very disappointing, and it's unlikely many of those will be given to season ticket holders because FSG realises that general admission generates higher prices. Fans going to one-off matches are more likely to head to the merchandise store and spend significant amounts of money. FSG are exploiting the loyalty of the Liverpool fan base, and it shows that the supporters of the club are getting squeezed by the owners for their money. Liverpool played in every game possible last season, a 63-game marathon that strapped us all into an emotional rollercoaster. It's not quite the same this season. We still have the emotional ups and downs thanks to Liverpool's inconsistency, but the intensity of the game every weekend and midweek have lessened. As a fan, last season was exhausting in all ways that you want a season to be, but as a player, they had added the physical toll on top of the emotional journey. Jurgen Klopp's side played 63 games from a possible 63 in 2021-22. Only the second time in Liverpool's history that they played every possible match in all competitions. The last was in 2001. In total, Liverpool will play 11 games fewer this season than they did in the last, with their games capped at 52 with only 12 Premier League fixtures remaining on the schedule. It is also fewer games than what they played in the 2020-21 season, which was 53 matches, 2019-20, 57 matches, 2018-19, 53 matches, and the 2017-18, 56 matches, with early cup exits thanks to this campaign. In the newly historic season that was 2021-22, 46 games were won, with 2 trophies lifted, 13 drawn and just 4 defeats. This season, meanwhile, the Reds have already been on the end of a losing scoreline 13 times. It hurts to write that. Inconsistencies brought on by a never-ending run of injuries, the toll of last season, and many years under Klopp, not soothed by transfers, have all played their part. The goal in the running is clear though, to once again have a clean slate come next season, and that means securing Champions League football. Liverpool are currently 7 points adrift of 4th place Tottenham, but have 2 games in hand on the North Londoners, who have just parted ways with Antonio Conte. Newcastle are still arguably in the driving seat though, however, with 47 points and the same number of games played as Klopp's men. It makes for an intriguing 2 months ahead, and you can only hope that Liverpool reach their goal before revitalising over the summer and going again. Liverpool fans, what do you make of the new Anfield Road stand developments, and do you think we will sign Jude Bellingham this summer? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of the video, guys. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more Liverpool content. Thank you, take care, bye bye.